Hey guys, welcome to the Captain America Civil War movie review. Now, I'm gonna assume that you've already seen the movie, so I'm just gonna skip to my opinions if you don't mind. This movie was a disappointment. Now, don't get that wrong for me saying it's a horrible movie, or it's a bad movie, or it's a movie without or it's a movie with many flaws. The reason why this movie is a disappointment to me is because they hyped up the um, airport scene fights or the airport fight scene. They hyped it up so much from everyone talking about it, trailers, critics, everyone's making these rave reviews about the fight scenes. And to be honest, it was a disappointment for me. A lot of movie the movie characters held back. Now, I get it because they were once friends and they don't want to kill the person. I get it, but there was something about the way this fight scene was filmed that felt like they were holding back, and it just really got under my skin. um there is okay, so of course the whole Spider-Man thing, uh, I have to admit I was kind of shocked. I thought Spider-Man would show up maybe in between the fight, but no, he showed up way before the fight even began, which is kind of refreshing, to be honest. So now we get to see Spider-Man running alongside the half of the other Avengers, Tony Stark's team. um I don't know where to go, where to begin. Let's okay. And of course, we have Ant Man. Pretty cute. He got super huge. He turned pretty much into Giant Man, which was pretty hilarious. I just felt like, why is it that when you're a giant, you move really, really slow? Why can't you move just as fast as if you were a normal person in normal height? I found that really dumb. So while Spider Man's going around, swinging around his legs, he is taking his time stepping around. Like it just felt like he too was holding back. It was really annoying. um the fight scene between Spider-Man and Captain America, Spider-Man and Falcon and Winter Soldier was all right. It wasn't as exciting as I thought it should be. Black Panther, once Black Panther and Spider-Man. See, Spider-Man, I kind of liked him, so I'm gonna give him a pass. But as far as Black Panther goes, I wish there was more to him, more life. I get it. He's an African prince and he's supposed to be regal. But unfortunately, he it was just kind of off for me. I felt like he needed more fire in his whole being because his father was killed. Like it was more of a cat and mouse game, no pun intended, but without the cat doing anything more than a scratch. Um I love the tension between Cap and Tony. Kind of like that. Oh, okay, let's talk about Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo, in my opinion, was underused. He was cheap. Honestly, why Baron Zemo? You could have picked any other person to pretty much pit the Avengers against each other. You could have picked any person. You chose Baron Zemo, who's supposed to be like in the comics statistically, yeah, he's statistic. No, strategically, I keep saying statistically, sorry, strategically brilliant. He's supposed to be a tactician. He's supposed to be all these things, and yet he really was the weakest point of this movie. In fact, he didn't even fight. He didn't even use a gun really to attack anyone except to point it at his own face. Like he was a coward. He was everything that Baron Zemo should not have been. In fact, Baron Zemo should have been ruthless and a lot more intelligent. So I was very disappointed with his character. I don't care what people say. Oh yeah, he was definitely used right. No, he wasn't. He just wasn't. Yeah, yeah. I was just confused. The whole motive of everything is so confusing. I get Tony Stark being upset and angry at Steve and Bucky. I get it. But it just felt like out. of nowhere. Like almost like they pushed the whole Civil War Registration Act thing to the side and just kind of focus more on um the personal problems they have with each other. I thought this would literally be actual civil war. I thought it would literally have a bunch of super, enhanced humans truly being concerned and really fighting for freedom, or fighting for freedom in their own right, because Tony believes it's freedom to be on the side of the government so that their hands are truly clean, while Steve believes that no, if you rely on the government has their own agendas. I gotta tell you guys, this movie just did not do it for me. I expected more from the movie. I expected Gosh, I'm so breathless from even thinking about it. Yes, I am. I just wish I could just ride a horse and just ride it across the whole country and never come back. Like that's how I feel. Like I had such big hopes for this movie and it just tore me down. It just made me upset. I was just disappointed. What you want me to say something nice? Well, Spider-Man, he was cool. I like him. He's from Brooklyn. Wait, he's from Queens and Steve is from Brooklyn. That was pretty cool. And yeah, Scarlet Witch and Vision. That is really interesting. That is a really interesting relationship. Vision doesn't realize that he's feeling all these human feelings, and that's an interesting perception. Now, if they took that mind stone off of his head, would he still be sentient? That's a good question. I found it surprising that um Scarlet Witch was able to tame the Mind Stone. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Scarlet Witch. Let's talk about her. I think she's the strongest out of all of them. She just has this thing about her that she's holding back because she's afraid. But if she lets go, man, this girl will be a powerhouse like no one has ever seen. I mean, yes, her powers are hex like, but she can also manipulate, like, pretty much reality, which is beyond hex. So I found that cool. Now, Carter, Sharon Carter. Now, this was interesting. For a second, I thought they were going to keep her a little longer in the movie and kind of push her towards being an Avenger, or being at least a in line for the Captain America mantle, for the title, which would be so fascinating to have a, a pretty much a female Captain America. Like, I think that would be fun. The thing about Sharon, though, she has kind of some edge about her. While Steve Rogers, he just seems very genuine and very Boy Scout. Sharon has something. When I look at her face, I feel like, as a character anyway, I feel like there is more to her, a darker part of her. So I doubt that she could be a Captain America um, runner up or in line for that title. But can we talk about Scarlet Witch? Scarlet Witch needs her own movie. No, wait, not Scarlet Witch. Can we? I want to say Scarlett Johansson, but can we talk about Black Widow? Black Widow needs her own movie. Okay, she can take on all those men. Her fight skills are phenomenal. She's fast. She's quick. She's just there's something about her. Yes, she's kind of enhanced, I think, but there's something about her ability to just fight her way out of anything. Like, it's amazing. And I'd love to see a movie about that. Anywho, tune in to my other video. I will be talking about Spider-Man and pretty much what was that shining in his wrist thingy, his web shooters. So we'll talk about that on my next video coming like right now. All right, thanks again for listening. And Just to clarify again, I'm disappointed by the movie because it was such a letdown. I expected something huger, bigger. Instead, it was kind of mediocre. Just boys fighting with each other, you know? That's what it felt like little kids fighting with one another. Whoa, okay, I just thought of something. I love that little cameo by Prince T'Challa's bodyguard. You know, in the comics, Prince T'Challa has these I don't know, but they're called adored, the adored ones or something like that. But pretty much they are the female bodyguards of T'Challa. I mean, T'Challa can fight on his own, but I'm just loving how powerful that lady looked. You know, the African lady that was that's Prince T'Challa's bodyguard, and what she said to Scar to I keep calling her Scar to Black Widow, which was move or I will move you. And T'Challa was like, as interesting as fascinating as that would be to see that. I mean, just think about that. And they're known for they're warriors, those females. I'm not sure if they're enhanced just like the like Black Widow is. I'm not sure if their strength is just the same, but you can feel the power off that bodyguard. It's pretty cool. So that was a plus for me. Anyways, okay, I've been saying my goodbyes so long now. Okay, bye. Thank you.